All right. Okay, let's try this again. So, after a very close result via the penalties and stuff from Imola, um, Leo Lund pulls off a very, very close win, and that was from Imola here. But we arrive at a track where, for the last 2 seasons, the race winner was decided in the steward's room and in the penalty box. What will happen? Here we are for round number 7 of RPL Tier 1 Season 11 here in Canada. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. You hear it right. Titan Iron Wolf on deck, back in the saddle in main commentary for the first time in a long period. This will be fun. I cannot wait. And I am not alone. Joining me is Lando Norris. Lando, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I could tell from the excitement on how excited things are for you. So here, like I said, last week, Imola, Leo Lund just barely squeaked out a victory over Jack and Cookie because from the track limit penalties that he's got, and Cookie having to deal with a qualifying ban as well. So that is going to be interesting to see how Cookie will fare in regards to the track. Here. Now let me just pull up the drivers and constructors championship very quickly, as you get to take a look and see Kieran on the line to get a lap started for his first run. Reese just ahead of him in the Red Bull. So we have Leo Lund leading the championship by 50 points over Cookie, 120 to 70, and Jack right behind with 63. Gecko is in 4th with 58. Lando, check to see if your audio is included, because a couple of people are saying they cannot hear you. Yeah, go for it. And then Egg is currently in 5th in that sense. So let me very quickly get Lando back into the party here. If I can find the guy. Oh, wait, duh, friends list. That's why. There we go. Okay, well, let's try that again. As people start getting their laps in, we have Josh, 9.2 for him. Kieran coming across the line now. Looks like Reese is going to have to go again. 14.7 for him, so he must have made a mistake somewhere, so he's going to have to go again. While we're figuring out with Lando Norris, trying to get him back in. Into the constructors, McLaren leads the charge, 142 points. Red Bull and Ferrari are tied with 116 apiece, and Aston Martin sitting in 4th with 106. Seems we're having some technical difficulties with the co-commentator, as I've sent him invites and he's not answering them. So it looks like we have a bit of a problem in regards to the stream here. Very apologize for that. Yeah, Lando might have to restart his Xbox. Oh yeah, yeah, very sorry about that. For this little kerfuffle that's going on. There's not much we could do, honestly. I'm very sorry about that. So Lando's going to be restarting his Xbox. He will be joining us back in just a few minutes. We do want to apologize for the delay. We did have a bit of a issue getting the stream up because the stream was set for 1080p, but I think the resolution on my end doesn't support it. So we'll have to get that We'll get that figured out and all that stuff. Anyway, so while that is getting figured out, let's go over some of the winners that happened over the course of the weekend. Tier 2 yesterday, JTK won the Hungarian Grand Prix over Sam Gino and Kipu. That is from Tier 2. Tier 3, I don't have the result here. I don't have the results on that, and I don't have the results from F2 earlier as well. I don't have that at this present moment. So anyways, let's go on board with Red Fire Tiger. There he is. There's Lando back. Hopefully. Whoops. Wait, did I? Let's see what happens. Yeah, very sorry about this, guys. We're trying to get this mess and debacle all solved and figured out. Oh, it's still not working for you? Oh, no. We're trying to get this figured out. We're very sorry for all the delays and stuff, but let's get back into our little qualifying lap. We're on board with Reese as he's going through turns 3, coming up into the quick chicane of turns 4 and 5, where Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton came in together in 2019. Turn 6, where Brendan Hartley had that massive crash with Lance Stroll. Through 6 and 7. Here's the first DRS zone as Reese flies through now into the quick chicane of 8 and 9. Now back up through the gears. He's gonna head into the heavy braking zone of the hairpin. Turn 10. Very nice and easy. A bit of a lock up into the corner as he comes out of it through a second gear. Now back up through the gears as Reese coming up to DRS number 2. Just getting it up to 8th gear. Some of these guys can get up to 205 if possible, especially in the DRS or the toe of another car. And now into the wall champion chicane. Want to be careful of the track limits there. He keeps it nice and smooth. And Reese comes across the line. He is 5th fastest. 9.4 for him. Next driver is coming across. That could be ending their laps very soon. Well, Red Fire, unfortunately, he's going to have to go again to get that done. Now we got Martinez in the V Corp. Here he comes across the line now, and he goes up to 6 with a 9.5. Now we have 18 in this lobby as of right now, but we will have a 19th participating in a little while. That being the second Alpine of RPL Zakaria. Zakaria will be showing up towards the end of qualifying, so he will be around for the race. Taking a look at some of the drivers that we have here, we have... let's see if Lando's got fixed his thing, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, we're still having a problem. We're still having problems with Lando trying to get his audio done. I think it's the I think it's the part. I think it's the party being screwed up again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Try now.
Oh my god. It works. I'm
We
here.
fixed it.
Oh
We
my
got
god.
it. We got it working.
It's cooked.
We got it. We solved the problem. We solved it. We're back in business, gentlemen. And ladies, anyone that's watching. We're back. We're lit. We're cooked.
Thank god.
Alright. Well, Lando, you're here. We're glad this whole kerfuffle's all fixed up. How goes it?
Yeah, it's about time people get to hear my beautiful voice as I join in on board of a Mercedes of Josh. He's
Yeah,
coming in.
Josh, yeah, he's coming in. He's done with his time lap. Leo Lund, by the way, coming across now. He's gonna be, ooh,
Wow.
on top of the board for right now. About a tenth above Tadpole. And Josh, the first to call it, he believes he is through. So yeah, one driver that's not going to be participating later on in, who's not participating in the qualifying, Lando, is Cookie. He's got that quali ban to serve for him, so he's going to be starting all the way back in 18th place. I mean, we are familiar with, Cookie. Do you think we know he'll carve his way through the field? How far do you think he'll get, from where he's sitting?
That's hard to say because you know this track is very hard with overtaking. But he's in a Red Bull, so I think realistically, I think anywhere above sixth for him at the end of this Grand Prix is a win for him. I think the McLarens are a little ahead. I think both Ferraris might have a little bit of an edge, but if Cookie can just keep it on the black stuff, I think it's no big deal for him. I think he can just carve his way through the field.
Yeah, I agree with you. Whoa, what the heck happened to Cam?
Too much commitment there.
He just came out of five and just almost smashed himself out.
I think he was trying to switch some ERS mode and he just hooked a little too hard into the chicane. But I think the top 7 retiring, yeah, they're going to be safe. I think the first car that might be on the bubble right now is Martinez. I think everyone from Martinez down needs to get ready for a second run. Obviously, Cookie with that qualifying ban won't be ready as Martinez thinks he's safe. Find out at the end of this Q1 session if he is.
Well, only two drivers are gonna be knocked out of Q1 to join with Cookie. And currently, the two at the bottom right now is Blonde in the Williams and Metal in the Haas. And that is who is there. I just took a quick peek of the. Let me just take a quick peek of the pinned messages. So far, by the way, for season 12 of F1, currently we have 3 teams that have a complete set. You have Red Bull with Cookie and Reese, McLaren with whoa.
Oh!
That was a bit weird. That was a bit crazy to see.
Say that for
Madeline
the
and Kieran
Grand
coming
Prix.
together. Yeah.
What was that?
I have no idea. I think those two are gonna be having some words a little later on. I mean, they were both on outlaps, so maybe Kieran thought Metal was going a little too slow.
They were like that coming out of the pits too. They were side by side, so I wonder if there's just a track position battle going on between the two of them. But still, interesting to see that we're getting argy-bargy already.
Yeah, or if the two of them are friends, maybe they're just horsing around. Oh, he's coming out of the chicane. He's coming out of the walls, champion chicane. Here comes Kieran now. Why don't you take it away with the lap for him?
There we go in the Williams. So not the best car to go flat out with, but he nails turn 1. Nice and easy through turn 2. He's got to wait on the power, very patient. Nice indeed. Now we go into one of the 3,000 chicanes on this Canadian circuit. Flicks it left, flicks it right. Beautiful. We're going to see the first sector split. Is he up on his time? He's a tenth and a half up. Well, no, 1.29 up. So it's looking good so far, but he's got to keep it going. A little slide out of 6. Down this straightaway, he's going to abuse a little bit of the overtake button, not all. Into another chicane where George Russell binned it a couple years ago. He flicks it hard on the inside curve, nice on the outside. Runs a little bit of the rumble strip through the middle sector split. Has he found more time? He's found another 10th. 2/10 up, and apparently the game thinks that's purple. Makes a interesting line out of the hairpin. And now down the backstretch. One more corner to go, but this is the hardest corner, I think, on the circuit. The Wall of Champions. You're either a hero or you're zero. As he's all the way on the button, 16% into the chicane. Does he nail it? He goes wide in the first thing. Almost tank slaps the rear end. He's off-roading and to the line. Is this going to be enough to get to Q2? No. Well, maybe 64 1000s up. No, metal improves.
Yeah, that was a scary moment for Kieran right there at the Wall Champion chicane. As you say it, you can be a hero or a zero depending on how things go. And I mean, Kieran just had some unfortunates there, and now he is currently in the bottom of the field with only a minute 15 to go. So I hate to say it, but Kieran is gonna be done. Meanwhile, Blonde, the other Williams, is down in 17th, but he has time to get another lap in. Hopefully he'll get himself in there.
And he's got a pretty clean track ahead of him, so he should be able to get it done. Let's see. We'll find out. There's only one way to do it. That's to absolutely commit this Williams. We saw his teammate have an absolute disaster in the third sector. Can he repay the favor and get one back?
Yeah, Kieran would love to see Metal get knocked out of Q1. So he's gonna have to hope for Blonde to do really good here as he goes through the first chicane. I call it the Hamilton-Vettel chicane from their contact in 2019. And Kieran has called it into the pits. He is done. That's the end of him there. Meanwhile, looks like Metal has decided to go back and get another run in.
Very interesting.
Metal, and TB just got disconnected and booted out of the session, so we'll have to get him back. Would you be able to grab him for me if you can?
Yeah, my game crashed too.
Your game crashed?
Yeah, right when I went through Sector 1 on the Williams, the game just bugged out.
Oh, you're kidding. That's not fun.
I think it's because of quick resume.
I gotcha. Well, TB is safely through, and Blonde invalidated in the Wall of Champion chicane, and he comes across the line, and, well, he would have taken Metal's place in 15th, but unfortunately the Wall of Champions bit him in the butt, and that is the end of Blonde there. So Blonde, Cookie, and Kieran knocked out of Q1. We have 18 racing for right now, but we will have a 19th. Vicaria will be participating later on. In regards to the top 3, Leo Lund on top for McLaren, with Tadpole and the Chiller right behind him. Well, we have a moment and all that stuff. In regards to next season for Tier 1, Lando, I think you'll like this. So Cookie and Reese, they are together again for Red Bull. Leo Lund and Jack gonna be partnered together in the McLaren. Gecko has been re-signed. He'll be staying in Ferrari. Egg and KVS will be in the Mercedes. And Josh is in Aston Martin. What do you think about some of those guys that are signed for next season?
I think, well, for me, obviously, I'm part of the Red Bull Academy, but I'm not going to show any bias for them. They always have great lineups, and unfortunately, due to my brake pedal, I'm not part of the Red Bull lineup for Tier 3. But I'm very intrigued with the McLaren lineup, with Jack and Leo. You know, Leo has been a superstar in this league ever since he's joined, and he's absolutely just cooked in any machine, it seems. But to have Jack alongside him, is McLaren fully about to take the hands away from Red Bull and say, it's our time to shine? And don't count out Aston Martin either. I think Aston Martin's lineup could potentially be a really good lineup. They got a car that can work. It's just down to driver and just adapting to whatever happens. So I think no matter what, we're on top of it. But I think McLaren right now might have the edge over driver lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm part of the McLaren Alpine, so I don't want to sound a bit too biased either. But Leo, as you said, he's been really shining. He's basically been in a way the superstar of this field. Jack getting involved, a multi-time Tier 2 champion, a previous F2 champion, a Tier 1 race winner. I think Jack is going to be a very formidable driver to drive in the McLaren. I believe that's my thought process and belief. The Red Bulls, Cookie and Reese. I mean, can't fit. You cannot. You can't fit. I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's basically how it is with their dynamic. They are really capable. They're quite a capable pair. Reese is. I mean, I will admit, this season Reese has had a bit of a rough,
Some
start
interesting
in
moments.
regards to his some interesting moments, but I think Reese is going to have a bit of a bounce back possibly as this season progresses on. Mercedes, Egg going up into Mercedes, kind of interesting. I will say he was really doing pretty good in the Aston Martin over the course of this season. And plus also he was really shining on in Ferrari as well. I'm wondering if he's going to be doing pretty good there. And then Josh in the Aston. I mean, that's going to be an interesting choice as well. Josh has had a couple of wins on his belt in the Mercedes, but for him to switch from Mercedes to Aston, that's a bit of a unique choice between them. But then again, Josh is the co-team principal of Mercedes, and Gecko and Ferrari. I mean, he's been doing pretty good. Let's see if he keeps it going.
Yeah, it's all to play for, really. Anything can happen, and we usually always see it in RPL.
Absolutely. Oh, here we are going through into Q2. I am on board with KVS as he's going through the second of 3,000 chicanes, as Lando calls it. Now into the hairpin, down to second gear. Ooh, bit of a lockup, almost went a little wide on the entry of the hairpin, but he seems to be okay as he comes out into the DRS zone number 2, through that tiny little turn of turn 11, now to the World Champion chicane. It caught out Blonde, it caught out the Williams pair. Let's see about the Alpine. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, man.
That is a horrible crash by KVS there. I just caught the onboard of him bashing into the wall.
Yeah.
Owie.
Wow, what a hit. I have no idea what happened, but there it is again. Once again, the hero or zero in the chicane. And for a car like an Alpine, you have to be a hero. And unfortunately for NRM, it's just a bit too much for him. He's out of Q2.
Yeah, I'm wondering, did he carry a bit too much speed? Did he hit the curb? But that was a horrible wreck for KVS, and he's gonna have to start down in 15th. And yeah, that World Champion chicane is just not giving any hoots today. No doubt there.
It's just all about commitment, and it all depends on how committed can you be and keep it as close to the barriers to get as the fake TV going up in the P4 in the Visa RBs. In the middle there is J&T in 5th, but Gecko with 4/10 on his teammate Tadpole, so a good shot right now for Gecko to continue a momentum that he desperately needs with the Scuderia.
Absolutely, completely agree with you. And also, just wow, Red Fire just put that Aston Martin up in a third.
What a lap.
Gotta love that. And you have Reese. Reese is about to get his lap started. Josh is just getting his lap going. Let's see how Reese is going to be faring in regards to some of his runs. Now, before Imola, he had like 2 or 3 points in the span of 4 races. He had some bad luck going his way, whether it was a unfortunate incidents, bad strategy, or just the game being a jerk in general. But Reese really does. He is just not wanting to give in. He is fighting his best here, and he is going to try to forward that Red Bull into the momentum boost as it goes. And here comes Reese into the hairpin now as he gets ready to put on a staunching lap as like I said, his teammate Cookie is going to be starting at the back of the field. Here comes Reese now. He's going to have a tiny bit of traffic involved in there because I think that's Cam right ahead in that Haas. You might want to scoot on up, Cam. Don't want to get in the way. Reese comes across the line, and with a little help from Cam, by the way, he puts it for fastest. Only
Yeah.
300s ahead of Samuel Drake.
It's a respectable lap, but I do wonder maybe if there was a little bit of turbulent air in the final chicane. He did get a little bit back from the slipstream, but maybe some time lost there in the middle sector. Well, final sector there for Reese, but all in all, it's still a good lap. And Samuel in the Aston Martin put his car in the 5th, and right now, Gecko's provisional time still hasn't been beaten by anybody. He's still got a comfortable gap over Hunted, just under a 10.5.
Yeah, a tenth and a half, just about a tenth and a half for Josh behind the lead car right now of Gecko, and he's only 5 thousandths of a second behind Hunted, who's sitting in second. We're on with Cam as he is trying to get himself out of what's now essentially going to be the bottom 4 with KVS out. Let's see, he can get that Haas into Q3. Ooh, bit too much on the exit of the World Championship chicane, and a 10.2 that would have put him. Jeez, Cam almost dumped it, and he is into the wall in turn 1.
Yeah, so he smacks the wall in the Wall of Champions, and then in turn 1 just absolutely messes it up. As here we go, Leo Lund is on a lap. This will determine everything right here. Is Gecko's lap just that good, or is someone gonna rise up to the challenge? And you know Leo can rise up to this challenge. He's been absolutely flying in this McLaren through the first sector split at 18.9, but he lost the rears, drifting the MCL around this Canadian circuit, pushing it to the limits, almost in the wall there. But you can see the commitment. He's a racing driver. You can see all the determination right now on him. Smacks the inside curve, smacks the outside curve. Absolutely committing this McLaren into the middle sector split. How far up is he? It's a 40.6. It is in purple, according to the game. We'll find out when he crosses the line in about 15 seconds time. But down the backstretch, here we go. Using all the overtake button he can, in all 150 electrical horsepower that these Formula 1 cars produce, down the straightaway into the Wall of Champions. 0 for Leo. Here we go. Flicks it through 1, flicks it through 2, and to the line. Leo is going to go up and into provisional fastest lap.
Yeah, Leo over half a second clear of Gecko. While I was on board with him, he did have a little bit of a tap of the Wall of Champions wall, but thankfully didn't see much of that in regards to there. And Cam, back in the pits, he is done. So that is our second car out for Q2. So currently in the bottom 3, right now, it is J&T, Martinez, and Metal in there. But they have a little bit of a gap because TB and the Chiller are currently just about 4.5 a second up. 4/10 and half a second up in there. Now TB just coming across to get his time lap done. And where is he going to go up? And he goes up to 5th place. Very good showing from the V-Carb.
That was a very nice lap indeed, and he used every ounce of that electrical energy system to get him up there in the P5. So a very nice lap by the Visa RBs. And this car is I like to call it an underdog car because when a driver hooks it up, you see somebody like Fake TV up there in P5 right now. Yes, it's Q2, but This car can work. It's just all about confidence. You have to have confidence. As Bing, I believe, just moved up to P5, so it drops TV down to 6th. Both Mercs now 4th and 5th. They're looking pretty feisty right now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not much of a gap between the two of them. It's only about 5 hundredths of a second, if that, between the Chiller and TB. Both former race winners, past race winners. Both Tier 1 champions. The Chiller, the inaugural champion. TB, the Season 8 champion. Here comes Tadpole now, down in ninth place. We'll see how far he can go up. He goes to third fastest. Just a couple of hundredths ahead of Hunted.
Leo retires in the pit lane, rightfully so. He's half a second faster than both Ferraris. So what a lap by the McLaren. So now, who else is safe? I think all the way up to 6th, I think you're safe. I think maybe if Reese goes out here and just does a quick lap, he'll be safe. But I think this battle to get into Q3 is going to be between the Astons, the Visa RB of Martinez, Metal if he can hook up a really good lap in J&T. One of them being J&T right now. He's about to start penultimate league, could be his final run of the day. Here we go, in the kick Sauber. Notorious for just being a really bad car. Can J&T do anything? He's going into turn 1, 4th gear, into 3rd. Misses the apex by about 20 feet, but it still looks good considering this car is absolutely bad. But through the 3000 chicane, left, right, nice and job. Almost hits the wall. I don't know if he did or not, but through the first sector split, he is down. But by not much, though. So there is a lot of time to gain. Has he backed off of this lap? No, he hasn't. He's going to keep going. Is J&T just going to go into the pits at the end of this? We'll find out if his middle sector split has any joy to be improved on. As looks very calm through this car. The car not really doing a whole lot special for J&T. Through the middle sector, he's only 42 1,000s up on his time. Does he come into the pits at the end of this lap just to get on a new fresh set of tires, be there for the final run? Does he have enough time to even do that? We'll find out. But here we go, down the straightaway, abusing all the electrical system has to offer for him into the wall of champions. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Left, right, left. Keeps it away from the wall. Nicely done. He doesn't do anything to lower his lap time a little more. He's going to go up. Stays 9th, but 86,000 up. That likely will be J&T's only chance to get out of Q2.
Yeah, J&T down in 11th. He improved, but not by much to stay where he is, unfortunately. Meanwhile, I haven't seen the Astons come out just yet. Just taking a peek at the pit lane. I don't see any of the Astons coming out. I see Metal coming out. Metal down in 13th. He needs to get something to get himself out of the bottom 3 now. Martinez is on the track. He is currently going through 9 on the track map. Here he is now. We're on board with him. So, oh wait, no, that's G&T. Sorry. Yeah. But as you were saying about with the Sauber being a bit of a not so pleasant car to drive. I mean, our main commentator Ryan Searles, he raced in the Kick Sauber. He had some flashes, some not so great flashes with the car. I don't know his general opinion of it, but he may have liked it. Who knows? But here we go. We have Martinez now to get the last lap in to try to get something done. And it looks like the Astons is coming out onto the circuit. On the map, I see Metal in turn 11, but all focus on the focus is on Martinez, going through 4 and 5 now, into 6. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's 4. This is 6 and 7. Ooh, a little slippy. Out of 5. Hopefully that did not cost him, but let's see what he's got as he's heading into the next chicane here. 8 and 9. Little hop of the curb, right of the curbs on the exit of 9. Here he comes now into the hairpin, and looks like he's backed off.
Yeah, it looked all messy there. Really, from the start of Sector 1, well, end of Sector 1 into Sector 2, it got all a little messy. He's going to have 45 seconds, but oddly enough, both Astons should be the last 2 cars to set a time lap as the attention is going to focus on the Metal. He's 89 thousandths up through the first sector. as he's messed up in the chicane. He's backed off. He's likely going to go for a 1-0 or a hero moment here. Is he going to get into Q3? Will he make it? Who knows? But right now, who's going to be the first one that's going to get to the line? It's going to be Samuels, one of the drivers under risk of elimination here in the Q3. He's going to go to the line. He's going to line up the Aston Martin for one lap around this Canadian Grand Prix circuit into turn 1. Hits the inside curve nicely. A little wide, a little shallow in the turn.
Mel's not going to make it.
Oh, and Metal's out. Metal's out of Q2 along with J&T, but we expected that from J&T. Metal does not want to get a second lap in. He's done for the day, but Samuel, through the first sector split, is 26 thousandths down on his time. Meanwhile, Red Fire Tiger's almost 2 tenths up on his time. Martinez, 2.5 tenths up his time. So this is all to play for. Both Astons need to crack on, because it could be right now Samuel that could get knocked out. Is through the second sector split. We're going to see if anyone's improving. Samuel is still down on his time. Red Fire, has he found more time? Yes, he has. He's 2 tenths up. How about Martinez? I didn't get the sector split, but I'm going to assume he's up. This is all to play for in the third and final sector. Hero or zero into the final chicane. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Samuel and Red Fire making it? Is it going to be Red Fire and Martinez making it? Who is going to shine into Q3 down the straightaway? Here comes Samuel. Does he improve on his time? He does. He's up to 7th. He's through. Red Fire up to 9th. Is Martinez going to be a hero? No, he's just missed out.
Yeah, and the gap, he is 300th behind his teammate TB. So TB just squeaks on past, and sigh of relief for both Astons of Samuel Drake and Red Fire. They are both through into Q3. And in fact, with Samuel Drake, I mean, I could be incorrect, but I believe this is the first time this season that Samuel Drake has gotten into Q3.
Unbelievable showing by all 3 of those drivers. Absolutely just pushing those cars beyond the limit of competition on a 1-lap pace. And again, for Martinez, it's going to be a little bittersweet, just missing out on Q3 by oh so much, but oh so close at the same time.
Yeah, and just taking a look, 5th to 11th, only separated by 2 tenths. But Leo Lund on top again, Gecko in 2nd, and Reese rounding out the top 3. Let's take a look-see. So we got 10 people on deck, on here watching this stream. Good evening to all of you, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We are now entering into Q3, so it is time to put in predictions. Who will be top 3? What will poll possibly be? Let's see what kind of action we got. So, well, we have a bit of a lull in the action, Lando. What do you think? Who do you think is going to be top 3, and what do you think poll is going to be?
Oh, I think this could be the only run. It looks like it's going to rain, but if I had to go with anyone, the team that's got the most momentum right now, I think right now, is McLaren. I think Leo's going to be on pole here. But the time? Who knows? This could be the only run we get. I'm going to go with, I don't know what the Q2 cutoff was, what the Q2 fastest lap was, but I'm going to say we're going to get into the 107s pretty comfortably here. But I like one of the Ferraris. I think Gecko is going to have the edge over Tadpole. Whether or not they get into the top 3, that's to be decided. But I do think it's going to be a Leo pole. I think Hunton is going to slot himself 3rd. He's been pretty much up there with both Ferraris. But Leo Lund right now, undoubtedly, has just been the class of the field right now in this qualifying session. But don't count the Ferraris out. If they can hook up a lap, I think they can get it done.
Yeah, I think if I recall correctly, I believe the Q2 time, it was a 8.2. That was what Leo set in Q2. Gecko was an 8.8 for him. That's what I think is going to be the top. How's in regards to who's going to be the top 3? I believe Leo is going to be on top for the qualifying. He's going to be on top for Q3. As for who's going to be second and third, I am going to be going a bit on the dark horse side. I'm going to say I'm going to have Gecko as second for second, and I think not by much. I'm going to say Reese will top off in third place. He'll just barely beat either Tadpole or Hunted for third place. But as for the poll time, I'm probably going to say an 8-0 for it.
It's all to play for. This Gecko's absolutely sending this Ferrari around this Canadian circuit as Red Fire Tiger came into the pits. I wonder if maybe if it was a traffic issue or maybe he's put on a used set of tires, but we have a McLaren that's had an issue in the middle sector, but right now the first time to be set as Gecko slams the outside wall, pushing the Ferrari to a limit. The first lap is going to be an 8-7 by Gecko, followed by an 8-8 by Tadpole. Next across the line will be Josh in the Mercedes. He's coming across the line. He's had a shocking lap, a 1:11.6. Leo goes on pole with a 8 flat. As we continue around across the line, Reese 6/10 off of that. I think Hunted must have been the one that had a little mess up there. As we wait for the final car to set their lap, it will be Samuel as he's going through final corner down the main straight. He's gonna put his Aston up to 6. So I think, has Josh gone out on a U set or has he just had a mistake? He's still continuing on his lap, so it looks like he's just had a little bit of a bluff. But right now, Leo already almost into the 7s with the flat.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we saw Gecko had that little slap against the World Champion chicane, right in the background, his teammate Tadpole did the exact same thing. A little clock on the wall there.
It's raining. It's raining.
Rain has showed.
Rain has now showed
Yep,
on the
it
circuit
is.
as Josh is going to complete his lap. Is he going to be a hero for Mercedes? He goes up to second on a track that now is being affected by weather. Has Josh just sealed his way onto the front row of the grid? But here comes Ding.
Only time will tell, but here comes Ding. He comes across. He's 6th place. Hunted responds with a 5th. And now Red Fire, he's gonna have to try to finish this lap as quickly as possible before the rain really makes the track too damp to get it done. And
no.
He just invalidates. Dang.
Is that it? Is this the grid for the 2024 Canadian Grand Prix with Leo on pole? Is the track gonna get really wet? We're about to find out. But Red Fire Tiger on the back foot for this one as Gecko's retiring. I think this is a clear indication that this rain is here to stay. This isn't no little pop-up. We are done for the day as Red Fire Tiger, I think, is about just got a this and next lap invalidated. We'll see when he crosses the line. It was a 9.5 that lap if he didn't invalidate, which would put him, I believe, yeah, would have just put him 10th. Track is just, we're losing the track, and it looks like Leo is on another set of soft tires. Does he think he can improve more? Can he get into the 7s on a wet track?
If he does, that'll be that guy is practically superhuman.
He's on a whole nother level if he can find it, but what a lap by him to get himself clear the field. But what a job by Josh and Reese. The pick up the pieces when both Ferraris had a disaster class in the 3rd sector. Both of them picked up and timed the conditions really perfectly, and they're going to be starting 2nd and 3rd on the grid.
Yeah, it looks like the guys that have left earlier from Q1, they are returning back, and also Zakaria will be popping in. He just came in. I just had to send him an invite so he can get himself in. But Blonde, Kieran, they have returned. But yeah, Leo, let's see, is he gonna be able to improve on that time as Red Fire still is just cursed with no time. Those chicanes really, woo, baby!
Show the conditions now.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the only other person is, yeah, DRS just got disabled right on the backtrack, so
Oh,
Samuel, that might be the end for him. If there was any chance for him to try to do a lap, he's gonna, you know what, he's gonna do it. DRS was not disabled as he smacks the wall on the end of his outlap. Is that an invalidation for him? No, it isn't. So this is all to see. Is Samuel the hero that everybody is gonna see here in RPL? Can he do masterful driving to get his ass anywhere close further up? At this point, any position that you can gain is a freebie at this point, as Josh has retired. What a job by the Mercedes. They put himself second as of right now, and yeah, there's the conditions for it. He had a fishtail right at the end
yeah.
of the final sector, and he's going to burn out in success.
Yeah, I think the track is a bit too wet for some of these guys, but yeah, fair credit to Josh putting that Mercedes on the front row. That was a surprise, honestly, to see him up that high. It's good to see him up that high. I mean, think about a few seasons ago, back in season 7, or well, no, no, it was season 8, where Josh pulled off a bit of a wild win in the Mercedes. I'm wondering if it'll repeat itself for him coming up in this race later on.
And Leo just crossed the line half a minute down, and look at him celebrating the pole by any means fashion, SVGing it, drifting through every corner. Hopefully he doesn't make a fool of himself and crash the car. That would be a horrid thing for him to do. As through the chicane, just sliding the McLaren. I guess since there's no cooldown laps when you win a race, I guess this is his way of saying I've won some races, so this is how I'm gonna do it. Look at him go, power sliding. I'd say it's a mixed bag for McLaren. You know, Leo on pole, but on the other side of the garage, I think there's a little bit of disappointment on Hunt's side. Could have very easily gotten maybe on the front row. I think both Ferraris also 4th and 6th. That's a disappointment. Is holy. It's Leo's just done what exactly I didn't think he would do, but I think
Yeah.
Ferrari are going to look at this and think this was a little bit of damage limitation in a way, considering their mess up there in the final sector. I think McLaren had a mixed bag. I think Red Bull are going to be happy. Obviously, Cookie with that qualifying ban, starting 18th, but Reese putting in a very solid effort to put that Red Bull in a contention where who knows who can win. I mean, anything can happen in RPL, so Reese has put himself very much in the mix at the end of this. Both Astons, I think, are going to be a little disappointed considering everything, but 9th and 10th isn't the end of the world. I think the fake TV will be pretty satisfied where he's starting in 8th. Ding, I think, maybe could have gotten somewhere closer, but again, it's hard to see. But we got a mixed grid somewhat, and we got 35 laps around Canada. So anything can happen, and boy, do we have a race that's about to shape up.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with the rain being in play here, Leo Lund is on pole, Josh in second, Reese in third, and then the rest of the top 10 after. Gecko sitting in fourth, Hunted and Tadpole making up row 3, Ding and TB making up row 4, and then the Astons of Samuel Drake and Red Fire making up row 5.
What
Yeah,
what
I
a this
did.
is gonna be.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be very good. And I am actually wondering how Cookie will fare on the start and as the race progresses, as he has to start in the 18th position. This will be very fun. This will be very interesting, no doubt about it.
We see from Reese that they got the car to do it. It's just a lot of things have to come into play. They gotta have for Cookie. It's just you gotta be patient, you gotta be aggressive, but you just gotta be smart. You know, it's a long race. Well, it is a short track, but you have to treat it like it's a long race. Get ahead of the competition. Just think one step ahead, and you'll be there at the end. Like I said, I think for Cookie, anywhere above, if he can get his Red Bull, I think into the top 6, I think that'll be a good day, and anywhere after that will be a great day.
Absolutely. So I just found out it is going to be a dry track. For the pit strategy, more than likely medium to hard, hard to medium. From what I'm told, softs die super quick at this track. This will be quite interesting to say the least. Just taking a look at Cookie's stream on Twitch, just so we can get ourselves our clock timer all set. Well, just before we go lights out, let's put it. Do you want to put in any final thoughts before we go lights out?
It's all to play for, and I think if there's one prediction I think I can make, I really think that I think both Visa Cash App cars are going to finish in the points. I think they have the pace and they have the drivers to do it. I think Visa Cash App is going to get a double points finish today.
Well, I am going to put in my very bold prediction on this one. Despite starting in the 18th position for Cookie, I think he will carve his way through and strategize himself just right, and he will probably finish in the top 4.
Oh, that is a bold one. But you know what? I don't think it's as bold as I think, because this track is notorious for track limit penalties. That's another thing we have to factor in on this Grand Prix. Is you get two warnings, and then you get a third strike, you're out. 3-second penalty.
20 seconds.
And we have seen how bad that can be. For Cookie, damage limitation mode starts right here, right now.
5 seconds, and we are going to be going lights out. 5 lights coming on. So, here we come. The 5 lights come on to start the Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. Good launch from Leo. Oh baby! God. Josh already out.
Wow.
Not sure what happened there. Got a bad camera angle on that one. But Reese had a bit of a launch over Josh. I'm wondering what happened to there as the cars file into position. Getting everything into position here. Further on back a little bit, we had TB challenging Tadpole for the 6th place position. Tadpole, woo! Little slip and slide. And Tadpole plummets down a little bit, down to 9th place. And Cookie already up 2 positions after turn 7. He's up in the 16th, but jeez, what in the heck happened to Josh?
What a horrible start for Josh. I wonder if he's just gotten the traction so wrong, but Leo's gone deep in the higher pin, but he's going to get a slingshot. But how about Reese up to 2nd and Gecko on soft tires, believe it or not, up to 3rd. But there is some damage in the midfield. I think one of the Salvers' end plates are cut off. Josh's damage is no end plates on both ends of the front wing. As we look at the race strategies, it's a one-stop. But how about Reese straight away to the Canadian Grand Prix?
And Reese gets the attack done before the wall champions. We have a leader at the end of the first lap. It is Reese, followed by Leo Lund right behind. But yeah, Gecko on the soft tires. Cam is also on the soft tires as well. Very interesting to see how the softs will play into effect for these guys. It's a predominantly medium tire start for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, and a quick update, JT does have damage on the end plate. As we look at this Cookie further back, it's all over Nag right now for 14th. He's survived the first lap of chaos, and now he's going to make a move. He's getting pitched all the way to the wall almost. He's going to make a move into the chicane. This should be a one and done. What a move by Cookie, but he's gone off. Is that going to be a warning? Is that one strike right there for Cookie on the track limits? We'll find out later in this Grand Prix if that will affect him. But right now, how about the fake TV up to 6th in the RV? Absolutely beautiful start, but now we're going to look further down ahead as Leo has gotten by Reese. Is Gecko going to look for a move on Reese going into turn 1? We're only a couple hundred feet away from it as Leo's going to lead the way. He's the leader of this Grand Prix as Reese hits the wall. Lap led for Leo. Here comes Gecko. Is he going to make a move? No, he isn't. He's got to get these soft tires. All the performance, he needs to get it out of now. I think now it's a guaranteed stop for that Ferrari.
And that's what I'm thinking by the looks of it as well, as looks like somebody want to clip in the wall championship chicane. But yeah, Gecko trying to put the pressure onto Reese here as Leo is starting to build a gap over Reese here. Gecko has the DRS in full effect. Further back, Martinez looking on Samuel Drake to possibly go for the 7th place spot. Not 7th place, for the 9th place spot, but not close enough.
Yeah, and Leo's just ever so gaining away. It's a little Constantina up and out. The Aston Martin, the Red Fire Tiger, almost making a dive bomb work on the fake TV. This could be the closest battle on track right now in terms of the DRS stream, but you can see the Visa RP just using a little bit more battery than the Aston is further down the pack. You look at Cookie, who's made a move for 13th. This should be a 2-for-1 here. He's got to wait behind the Alpine, so Cookie's progress is really good right now. He's going to go up to 12th with ease. That Red Bull is coming fast.
Little RPL out of context for that.
Oh no.
But yeah, Cookie up in the 12th place. But yeah, Red Fire just full sent it on the TV, and there was contact. Thank goodness there wasn't anything worse coming out of that, but that probably scared and maybe got TV a little upset, unfortunately there. But meanwhile, a little towards the front of the field, we have a bit of a DRS train from the leader of Leo Lund all the way down to Red Fire down in 7th. Closest of this group right now is TB on Ding right now. I'm wondering if TB might possibly see an opportunity to go for an overtake on Ding for the 5th place spot. Meanwhile, Hunted, the other McLaren, trying to chase down Gecko for the 3rd place spot, but no noise out of there right now. Meanwhile, a little further back, Martinez trying to go down the inside into the chicane. Oh, baby! Wow, that was a little touch. And Samuel Drake got a track limit penalty for it. I think he could easily get that removed. He probably felt he was shoved off by Martinez. A little shoving back by Samuel Drake. So that is very...
Oh!
That was very archy-barchy there. Oh, Red Fire's wrecked!
Oh, no!
In the middle corner!
Oh, man, that is a weird spot. Has he locked up? Did he have to react to something that was unheard of? We'll have to look post-race to find out what happened, but holy, safety car is out, and guess what? Cookie is now in the top 10.
Yeah, Cookie starting 18th, by the way, for those that are just catching in for this race. Cookie had to serve a qualifying ban after accumulating the required penalty points for a quali ban. So, looks like Red Fire first one out of this Grand Prix. But now the question is what will happen here with the safety car out? I think Gecko and Cam, I think they should pit now and get off of those softs.
Yeah, I think this is the best case scenario, to have a little sprint there on the soft tires, get the quick safety car. Oh no! Oh my god, both Ferraris are pitting! Drive-through for Samuel for speeding under the safety car. The Ferraris are double stacking! And just like in real life,
that's not good.
Ferrari have fumbled the bag again on both drivers. The Tadpole goes out on the hard tires. Gecko on the hard tires. Are they going to get to the end of this Grand Prix with this set of hards? It'll be some miracle to do it.
Oof.
As he almost just died.
Gecko get a little loose. Yeah, he almost Sonota'd himself. That would have been good there.
Yeah, and game on again for Josh. After the God knows what happened start for the Mercedes, it's recovery mode now for him. Can he pull what Cookie's been doing? He's in a slower car, but this is a Mercedes. Anything can happen. If Cookie can do it, I'm sure Josh can do it.
Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind there. I'm actually wondering what happened with Josh on that lap 1. I'm actually wondering what he's got. Let's see, and just taking a peek at the chat, don't see anything. But Red Fire not happy, saying, change my setup to counter the curbs, throwing me out like that, and it still happens. So it looks like Red Fire, the curb of turn number 3, caught him off, and he went off into the wall in turn 4.
I wonder if the rear end snapped and he can make a control it because the way the car angled, it looked like he might have had it. He hit
We
the
got
inside
another
of the
double
curb.
stack.
Oh man, now we got both Williams pitting. They're gonna be going on to a set of. Well, one's going on to another set of hard tire. There goes the Williams. I wonder if he had front wing damage. I couldn't really see the angle. As Lon's in, mediums for him. So Williams in and out. J&T goes onto the soft tire to get the mandatory one other tire. He's gonna go on hards. He's probably gonna go to the end of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, I think the hards may go to the end. I really don't know. Possibly. We have seen some drivers really stretch the tires out really long. So guys like TB, Gecko, Taphole, they may find nice advantage with these hards. But yeah, so we are under our first safety car of the event, and as for Red Fire crashing in turn number 4, the curb caught him off going through there. So Leo Lund is currently your race leader here at the Canadian Grand Prix. Reese is currently in second, Hunted third, Ding 4, Martinez 5th, Cookie started in P18, he's up to 6, KBS 7, Gecko 8, TB 9, and Tadpole in 10th place. And here we go. Safety car is in. We'll go on board with Reese. Let's see how he reacts to Leo Lund's takeoff. I'm thinking Leo Lund will take off just before or just after the World Championship chicane.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. He's in neutral. He's burning as much access fuel as he can, and he's waiting. When is he gonna hit the gas? And it's lights out, and away we go. And a horrible start for Reese. Leo's timed it perfectly. Can the other McLaren, Hudson, make a move? No. Squabbling in the back. Cookie survives the pressure from Martinez in the Visa as the Alpines and the Ferraris are going at it. The Alpine has a little bit of a loose moment, and through goes Gecko.
Yeah, Gecko gets ahead of KVS. KVS had a bit of an evil wobble on the exit of 2, but Cookie swapped up with Martinez. He's now up in the 5th place. Let's see what Cookie's got as he flies his way through. Now Cookie is on the alternative strategy. He's going to be going hard to mediums for him. As you can see on our screen here, it claims the safety car is still around, but that's just a technical glitch. Woo, yes.
Look at him just
wild dive bomb.
The Fake TV, with this strategy so far, the Visa RB of Fake TV is fighting for a podium. He'd be second right now.
Yeah, TB is just fighting here as Gecko dive bomb Martinez to take 6. TB dive bomb there, and yeah, Tadpole just got himself into the penalty box, and we got trouble in the pit entry. That's Drake, Samuel Drake.
Samuel's
what happened to him?
has just gone from bad to worse. Absolutely atrocious. Front wing change on the acid, but further up in the field, Hunted is all over Reese, but now Reese has started to stabilize himself. But is he in the DRS? Yes, he has this nag with a 3-second, but Tadpole, one of the big names already in the penalty box. That is not ideal.
No, it is not, especially with him being down in 9th place. So if the race ended right now, Tadpole lose spots. Cookie into the penalty box.
I wonder if that lap 1 or lap 2 shenanigan with him going a little deep has just costed him. He's in the penalty box, and that is absolutely devastating right now for Cookie. He's done the hard work, he's put himself in a good position, and now he's just fumbled it just a little bit to get a 3-second.
And this isn't the first time that's happened to him. It happened to him last season. That's how he lost the win ultimately. He lost the win because of not only the steward's room, but also for track limit penalties. It costed him. And unfortunately, Cookie's nightmare from last season has reared its ugly head again.
Yes, this is just really unfortunate, but now it's head down. It's Hunted. Another name goes down in the box.
Are we going to see a repeat of last season? Because last season we had, I think, 2 drivers escape unscathed without a penalty.
right now as Samuel disqualified.
Oh!
Oh my god.
He ignored the drive-through.
So Aston Martin's Aston Martin had a great day going until the end of lap 3. It's over for them. They will not be scoring any points. As we're going to look down, Reese is very close here to Leo. Is Reese going to take control of this Grand Prix? Is Reese going to step up to the occasion when one Red Bull driver has a little bit of an issue? We're going to wait as further back. Cookie goes up the 4th. Right when you speak that, Leo has an absolute drift, as I almost say a bad word. As here comes Reese. Is he going to go for a move? No, he isn't. But Leo, dare I say it, under pressure. He is under pressure.
Yeah, but Reese also is also not safe from the pressure as well. He's got Hunted up his tail as well. Reese basically the filling of a McLaren sandwich here as Hunted's trying to put pressure on there. Woo, yeah.
Ah!
Gecko. Oh! That's Gecko.
And now, the fake TV is absolutely smelling blood in the water. He's the leader of this Grand Prix when everybody has the pit. But he has the penalty as well. As he's gonna make a move into the hairpin, getting a big move on Ding that Gecko wasn't so too good at. He gets the move done, and that's gonna be a little bit of bitterness from Gecko that, well, Aviza RB was able to make the move. Why couldn't I? But as we go down the street, Reese takes control of the Grand Prix. Leads here in Canada. Is Hunted gonna try anything? As Gecko, speak of the devil. The 3-second for him. Oh my god.
Goodness.
Is he gonna make a dive on Ding? More contact. Is he gonna get the switcheroo? He can't get the power down. He's gonna have to wait until another DRS zone. Or if he's feeling lucky enough, dive bomb him again.
And Gecko's got damage too. The right end plate is missing from that slide out of 6.
Oh man, Ferrari once again just fumbling, it almost seems. Any opportunity that they see, it's just something can't go right for them. Gecko with front-wing damage, and the only reason I think he might be still in this contention is because he's got fresh grip around the others. Is he going to send a dive bomb on Ding? No, he cannot. But now, can Leo take control back of this Grand Prix? He's really close to the race. We're going to watch down the back stretch as there's a bit of a gap, way bigger of a gap behind. Is Hunting going to be under pressure by Cookie? Here goes Leo as he makes a move to take control of this race again. He leads the Grand Prix, but makes a really bad chicane. This gives Reese half a shot down into turn 1, but the DRS of the McLaren, straight line speed, it's no match. Leo survives, but just barely.
Yeah, that slight error from Leo that had Reese's ears perk up, but Reese had a little wiggle on the exit of turn 2. Meanwhile, before Leo attacked Reese to take the lead, for Leo to take the lead back from Reese, Josh went down the inside of the hairpin and claimed 9th place from Martinez. Yeah, Gecko still all over, putting that pressure on Ding here, but Ding not giving up at all. He's got his car firmly planted down and keeping that Ferrari at bay.
Ding is doing a really, really good job of keeping this Ferrari behind him. It's Cookie making a move on Hunt, and there's contact right then and there. But on the other Merc, how about Josh? Up to 9th in the other Merc. Recovery drive going very well, and in a couple laps time, with all this squabbling, he's going to be in this lead packers. Look at this! We got a drag race into the World Champions. Who feels like backing out? It's going to be Hunted that backs out. Cookie up to 3rd, but how about the fake TBS? Ding! Oh my god, I got to stop talking about drivers. They get penalties. Because here comes TB making a move on a McLaren. Contact with the sister of the Red Bull. They're side by side in the 2. Is there? Yes, look at that respectful room. We love all of the space. Who's going to back out? It's going to be the fake TV. That RB is everywhere.
Yeah, TB was so brave trying to fight, and it's not done yet. He tries to sneak a shot, but could not get it done. He gets the chop from Hunted, and yeah, Ding into the penalty box. That is our 8th driver in the penalty box now. And possibly more could possibly follow. I don't know how many warnings Leo and Reese have, but if they're not careful, they may get it.
Oh!
Oh
Damage on McLaren. Cookie gets spun around. He saves it. It's a miracle that it happened in the slowest part of the track. But here comes Fake TV. He's up to the podium on the alternate strategy. 3 wide. Are you kidding me?
no! Oh my God! And Gecko's involved too.
Here goes Hunted into the box, but how about Cookie from spinning in the hairpin to regain third? But it's not done yet. Is the Fake TV gonna make a move? No. As Zakaria and Cam both just got 3 seconds at the same time. It's going absolutely crazy as Josh is in the pits. Onto a set of hearts.
Yeah, I just saw him in the chicane, in the hairpin, Hunted, locked up, came in too deep, too hot, clipped Cookie, and that's what sent him in that half spin, and that's why Hunted was damaged. So that was not good for him, but unfortunately I think he may be going to the steward's office for causing a collision with Cookie.
And again, the Fake TV on this strategy is the hero right now, but when everyone pits, this goes back to Ferrari's favor.
Oh!
And there goes Gecko. But now they're inside of each other. Now that's a thing that I wouldn't think. We have a Visa inside of a Ferrari. We're going to see a pure straight line fest. And now Gecko is leading the alternate strategy.
I'm wondering, I couldn't tell from the angle of the camera. I wasn't sure if, as Ding is into the pits, I wasn't sure if TB got the rear locked or he had help from Gecko. I don't know. Couldn't tell from that angle. It's hard to tell from the camera angle. Camera angle is not pleasant at all, honestly. Yeah, Ding into the pits. He'll come out right behind Josh and Hunted, but Cookie now is right behind his teammate Reese. Now Cookie does have that penalty though, so I'm thinking if Red Bull was a bit smart, unless Cookie is capable of getting it done, Cookie may possibly let Reese run loose to hunt Leo down, as Gecko is all over the back of him, possibly, and Cookie starts to get a peek. Ooh, lock up!
My God, every single time in that hairpin, it just becomes closer and closer, and once again, Cookie almost just became another victim of just getting killed again. It's just absolutely crazy, and I think right now, as Josh got a penalty, they're side by side in the pit. Oh my goodness me!
They both reacted at the same time, and I think Reese tried to overtake Leo going to the pits. I mean, fair credit's due, as Cookie, little contact with Gecko. Gecko stays the course, and Gecko now inherits the lead.
And Leo's going to lead that little skirmish. That skirmish is going to continue coming out of the pit lane. Is Reese going to go for a dive? He's too far back, but they're going to easily be in front of. That is Ding. Ding, who pitted just a lot before. If he's got warm, hard tires, he might be able to stay with these three. This could be very good for Mercedes right now. This could, if something plays out really good, as we're going to look into the chicanes, I believe we're about to have another just absolute Constantina effect. Because it's not too bad as the Fake TV almost touches Cookie in the diffuser. But right now, it's Gecko up, out front, pulling away a little bit from the Red Bull. But how much is that front wing really affecting Gecko?
I'm really wondering myself, but by the looks of it, with Gecko's skill at this present moment, as Cookie gets a second penalty, and Gecko joins them. So Gecko in the penalty box, and Cookie gets his second one.
Well, I think that's very much now settled. Cookie's race could potentially just be over as Ding with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, Ding currently down in 14th, has the fastest lap, as you mentioned it, but unfortunately is down in 14th place, so he won't get the extra point at this present moment, but still, a lot of these guys still have yet to pit. Did Gecko just get another one?
Oh my God.
Yes, he did!
This has now just gone into the favors of the Fake TV, I believe. Yes,
Ooh.
Looking at penalty time, the Fake TV is leading the field right now on track, if this race was to end, TB would win this Grand Prix. As Hunted with,
Absolutely.
oh man, that's another big person to get a penalty.
I think that's actually Hunted's second one. Yes, it is. Hunted's second penalty is Leo back into the points, clearing there, 3 wide and then
Oh my
chicane.
god. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, that's a 3-car accident.
crunch and squash.
So I'm surprised there wasn't an implosion of a wheel. The blonde, just in wrong place, wrong time is, oh my god, the Visa RB. Oh, I wrecked him! And it failed! Oh my god, how bad can you be? How could you not wreck him? That's incredible! That is,
Martinez.
that is very immature.
Wow.
Really immature, and I'm glad, in all honesty, I'm glad that Zakaria has survived that, because that is absolute karma for trying to take out someone. Absolute karma. And here comes Leo!
Yeah, I caught that whole thing.
Leo needs to get by these two quicker. Look at that, just using them like it's a chicane, in a chicane, up and under. And how about this? Look at Ding. Look at Ding. 3 wide into the thing.
Oh my god.
For Ding. No, he's gonna survive.
Oh, I can't watch.
He survived, but there's argy-bargy between the Williams and the Alpine. And here comes
Oh my
Reese.
god.
Reese now needs to get by these two. He's got no battery left, but does he have straight line speed? And the DRS on the Red Bull, oh my god! Almost looked like the Alpine braked on the straightaway. Is any of them going to go to the pit? Zakaria's going to pit. Reese going to try to go around the outside. He should be able to get by this Williams quickly, but how much has this hurt him compared to Leo? It looks like it's hurt him detriment.
Yeah, that was so
What a
insane
sequence.
right there.
What a
Yeah.
sequence, just god-awful job by Martinez. Just, you know what was going to happen. There's going to be contact in the chicane, but then to just do that in turn one where you throw yourself wide and then attempt to kill the Alpine is just a disaster. And again, that is karma. As, oh my god, Gecko almost rear locked around in the hairpin. As all the big TV drifts around. Jesus. Oh, and Blonde with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Now, who doesn't want to get a penalty?
Yeah, it's basically who wants. Whoa, my god!
It has, and I think Gecko's hit the wall pretty hard in that one. And there is tire damage, so that front right must be hurting a little more than usual. And the Ferrari's tires, look at him, he can't get the power down.
Goodness.
Leo with the fastest lap, Nag with another 3-second time penalty. My god.
Oh my god. Yeah, Gecko is just having some problems here, honestly. But TB is seeing these mistakes. He's like a shark smelling blood. He knows Gecko is a wounded animal, and he's willing to pounce on him. The raging bright blue bull against the wounded red horse. Can a TB go for a shot? The answer is no. He's going to have to wait until this DRS straight to make the shot happen. He has a full battery available compared to Gecko's only 60%.
I think he also knows that 12 seconds behind him is Leo 1. This is the competition. It is this train as Gecko's going to pit. This is free air for TB. Gecko, 10-second penalty. Game over.
That is the end of Gecko there. That 10-second is going to kill his momentum here. And meanwhile, just before Gecko dived into the pits, Tadpole thought of trying to sneak a move on Cookie, but unfortunately, Cookie kept him back. So Cookie knows that he has 6 seconds of penalties. He knows TB, his V-car partner, is leading this race. So I think Cookie is gonna be the beneficiary for his sister teammate of TB.
Yeah, and I think now for TB, it's just a game of, is Cookie, I hope Cookie's going to be playing the team game, because 11 seconds behind these three is the man, the myth, the legend in the McLaren. He's got no one near him. It's time for hot laps with Leo. He's got the tire advantage, he's got the car advantage, but remember, the hardest thing in racing, it's one thing to catch, it's another to pass. Can Leo do it?
Oh, Cookie just took the lead from TB. But I know Cookie, he's going to have to pit very soon. He's going to have to pit soon anyways. But TB right behind him in the second place spot. Tadpole right behind him in third. Remember, TB and TB and Tadpole, these guys pitted early on in this race. And we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here as Reese, by the way, just clears KVS, gets himself into 5th place. Ding, right behind him in the background, gets him in 6th. And KVS goes wide, and that gets Josh in the 7th place. What a recovery from Josh. He is in the points in 7th place.
Yeah, both Mercedes are really lighting up to the competition, and this could just be a really good day for Mercedes on what looked like at the end of lap 1, just a time bomb went off on the race start for Josh, but it's slowly coming back, and I wonder if Cookie's going to pit this lap to give the fake TB double DRS. Just maybe that could help him as Ding gets dinged with another penalty. As here we go, TB rounding outside, DRS, overtake, all the fundamentals. Tadpole's going to follow. Is Cookie going to finally resort to using the pit lane? No, he is not. He's going to stay out there. As Gecko with a 3-second.
Yeah, that was in turn 4 for him. I'm willing to bet Cookie may be stretching those hards a lot longer and possibly could go. I mean, it may be a bit crazy to do, but is Cookie maybe thinking, whoa, jeez, that was so close.
Oh my god.
Oh, my heart just stopped just seeing that.
That was incredible, but I think the other reason why is 3 seconds behind Leo is Reese. Is Cookie going to play the ultimate team game to bring not only a sister car, as of right now, the victory, but to maybe give Reese a chance at victory? Is Cookie going to play the ultimate Sergio Perez? And I'm talking prime Sergio Perez, not the one that we have now. Can Cookie do this?
Anything is possible, but Reese right now 3.5 seconds behind Leo, and he's being harassed by both Mercedes of Josh and Ding.
Tadpole takes the lead in the Grand Prix.
Yes, he does. And Cookie does go off into the pits.
Oh no!
And oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh, now that you do not want.
And it just seems like all the bad luck is happening to all the cars that were on the back foot of a Grand Prix almost, except for Josh, as Josh is going to make a move on Reese. 4P4 on track, but with penalties enabled. We obviously know as there's been a red, we got a yellow flag, Martinez. Just doing Martinez things, but further up the road, this is the race for the win. Ferrari versus Visa Cash App. Credit score versus the prancing horse. Who's gonna come out on top?
I like that. I like that, actually. A credit score versus a prancing horse. That's too good. I like that. Yeah, TB all over the back of Tadpole. Now these guys are gonna be. They're looking to possibly stretch to almost 30 laps on these hards if they go to the end. I mean, can they possibly go to the end with that much? TB down the inside against Tadpole. He inherits the lead back. Meanwhile, a little further back, looks like Josh is still maintaining that 4th over Reese. Ding trying to follow through. Here comes Reese down the inside, looking for a peak. No, he cannot. Meanwhile, KVS, by the way, just lost 7th place to Cookie. And Ding is all over the back, trying to force Reese into a mistake.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Tadpole in the 3-second. This is all but victory right now. If they can, granted, if Leo somehow gets a time penalty, and I might have just jinxed it considering how I've said certain people's names, and then there's a penalty that shows up right next. The fake TB and the Visa Cash App has a very good shot at a podium, but an even better shot right now. If things can go right for a win, as Reese is drifting and he's going to lose out to both Mercedes.
Ryan Series, if you are watching this stream right now, I'm gonna need a bit of a hand here. When was V Carb's last victory? I know it was somewhere in season 1, I think. It was season 1 Monaco, I believe. I could be incorrect, but you gotta help me out on that one.
As here comes Tadpole, he breezes past the RB, but now with 6 seconds added to his name.
Ooh.
all the attention goes to Leo. Is he going to get a penalty? Is Leo going to get a 3-second? What's going to happen? We're coming to the end of this race, and we haven't ruled out the possibility of something that could very much play a factor. Will the Aston Martin safety car come right out again?
If you somehow predict it like that, I will smack you around for that.
Leo hit the wall coming off of turn 3. Just nag again with another 3-second. Everyone's pushing to the limits. It's bound to happen. Is somebody gonna drop the pin and accidentally crash their car? We're about to find out.
Oh, Reese is hounding the back of Ding right now. I'm on board with him as he's trying to eyeball a shot for the fifth place spot. But unfortunately, Reese not close enough to warrant for an attack, and I don't think he's gonna be going for a shot in the hairpin. Now he's gonna have to wait until he's gonna wait till the DRS zone to make a move on Ding to get himself into 5th place. Meanwhile, Leo Lund, by the way, 4 seconds behind TB, but with the penalty factored in, as Reese gets ahead of Ding to get himself into 5th. Leo Lund right now 8/10 behind TB with that 3-second penalty factored in.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And for Reese, he got by 1 Merc. Is he going to go for 2? Reese has just got to be smart. He doesn't have any penalties to his name. These 2 will have to drop behind him at the end of 35 laps. And just behind him is Cookie. So maybe if Reese gets a little frustrated, he can have his teammate go through, maybe do some shenanigans, and very much both of these Red Bulls can clear them. As, oh my god, Ding is drifting everywhere around this track. As Tadpole pulled a little bit of a gap, but the Fig TV is just all over the prancing horse.
Yeah, TB's still trying to put that pressure, but unfortunately, ding dong, hello, here comes Leo Lund. He is now going to be within the 3 seconds of TB. So right now, at this moment, Leo Lund has the with the penalties factored in, he has the net lead.
Yeah, and that gap is now just under 3 seconds now, so it is game on for Leo. He knows he's just got to keep it on the black side. Reese makes a move into the Wall Champions. He's now clear of both Mercedes. Can he finally run away? Does he have enough time to maybe capitalize on the Fig TV and Tadpole's misfortunes right now? He's purple in the 3rd sector, but he's only got 6 laps to do something.
Meanwhile, further back, by the way, KVS just had gotten himself back into the points. He got clear of Kieran into the 10th place spot. Kieran, by the way, has 15 seconds of penalties. And Cookie, don't forget, despite Cookie having that 6 seconds of penalties, don't forget, he still has that 10 seconds.
Yeah, game over for people like Gecko, who's down at 16, so it's a mixed bag again for Ferrari. It's a mixed bag for Visa RB, but just lurking in the background is the highlighter Papaya Orange of Leo. It's 1.7. Next lap will be a definite DRS, but it's one thing to catch, it's another to pass. But will he need the pass? Is he going to just play it safe? I don't think he can, because 8 seconds behind is the prancing Red Bull of Reese. There's a lot of time to be gained, and there's a lot of time to be lost. We're coming to the end of this Grand Prix. Big TB leads.
Yeah, TB back into the lead at this present moment. And, I mean, I know you just said prancing Red Bull of Reese. I'm thinking in his case it's more of a rampaging bull, as Josh going a long way around to try to get by, and Cookie saying, hello, I'm here to help you, Reese. He gets past Ding to get himself in the 6th for the moment, but Cookie is now trying to put some major pressure on Josh to get him to make a mistake, and Hunted gets another track limit penalty.
And Leo is in PRS going into the backstretch, but I'll tell you what, as there goes Cookie 2 for 1. Josh got absolutely fumbled by it, but he's going to get by with one of the Red Bull. So that did not work for Red Bull in terms of getting Reese through, but Cookie is through. Can he wreak some havoc on this party up ahead? And here goes Leo. Are we going to see a 3-wide into the Wall Champions?
Oh my god.
It's known to be champions. The prancing horse surges ahead. The Papaya makes it through. He got by 1. Can he get the other? Down the front stretch. Here we go. Prancing horse versus the Papaya. Here we go. And it's going to be the Ferrari that still stays ahead. And TB possibly do anything. And safety car! Safety
Oh!
car's deployed! Oh my goodness!
It is for...
There's
It's
some 10
for...
seconds penalties going out, but what has happened? Who's did it? Who has just done it?
Kieran. Kieran has no wing.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he got a 10-second for colliding with metal.
Oh my goodness.
This changes everything.
And let me tell you something. If this fact plays out, Cam in the Haas has just benefited the most. He's pitted. He's the first car out. Oh my god, and Gecko is just...
Oh, Gecko again? What the hell, man?
Oh my god, he must be Charles Leclerc with the way he's just fumbling every opportunity that comes arising in this Grand Prix. Another 10-second, but Cam has gone onto a set of new medium tires. Now we know the soft tires die very much, but I wonder what's going to happen as Tadpole speeding under safety car.
That is going to hurt him.
He's going to be the first one out of the pits. Leo in onto the red softball tires. Tadpole gets ahead. Leo gets ahead.
Red Bull double stack.
Here comes the TV. He's going to come in as Red Bull's going to double stack, but Reese. Oh, and Reese is double stacked behind his teammate. Oh no!
And Cookie has to serve that 10 seconds, so this is gonna screw him up big time.
Oh my goodness me! What has happened? Red Bull. Oh my god! So first Ferrari, now Red Bull. We had Williams earlier, but they're kind of irrelevant where they've been all race. No offense to Williams, but you just haven't shown up this week. But this is a very interesting thing. Is Tadpole gonna try to get Leo a little magical thing called a penalty? Is he gonna race him harder than usual? Give maybe a fake TB, and how about this? Look at Josh. Look at Josh. He's got a very, very nice shot here. As Tadpole does have a drive-through, so it's gonna be Leo, yeah. I think. Unless you can't serve a drive-through under a safety car, it will be Leo that leads the field to this green flag. It's going to be a 3-lap shootout.
Well, given how close to the end we are, if Tadpole doesn't serve it and crosses the line with so limited time left, Tadpole, that drive-through will turn into, I think it's either a 20 or 30-second penalty.
Oh, well, that is a beautiful penalty by Gecko. Crossing the white line in a 10-second. Way to go. Oh my god.
Oh my word. You know what's interesting? Cam and TB, both on new medium tires. I'm wondering if this is the proper thing to deal with, or given how close we are to the end, is this a bit of a bad call?
I don't know. This is really interesting because softs died, and they say they're only good for one lap. So I do wonder, is this the right call? Personally, I would have just gone on the soft tires. I think I'd rather have peak grip than wait a lap and then get by people, because ultimately this first lap is going to be the moment where you win or lose this Grand Prix. For Leo especially, he needs to get by Tadpole immediately. As the safety car is going to be in this lap no matter what. This isn't 2021 where we have one-lap shootouts. This will be the final ever restart for this Canadian Grand Prix, unless somehow Michael Massey's got his way in the game. No, he hasn't, thank God. Here we go. All eyes on the prancing horse, who, well, for Ferrari, it's been more like a stumbling horse, given everything that's happened to both of their drivers. So here we go then. Tadpole leading the field. He's going to have to serve drive-through at the end of this lap, so is he going to make Leo Lund's life absolutely atrocious for one lap? Try to give him something. Maybe force him off. I don't know what's in the mind of Tadpole right now, but I can tell you what's in the mind of us right now. How is this going to play out? Are we going to see a Visa RB on the top step? or on the steps of the podium. As here we go, through the wall of champions. Tadpole goes, it's lights out, and away we go. Leo with a good launch compared to Reese's earlier one. 2 laps to go in this Canadian Grand Prix as they're all squabbling behind.
Yeah, this is going to be a war between these guys right towards the end. And just before the safety car came in, I took a look at Leo and Reese. They are both 1 warning away from a track limit penalty. They both got 2 warnings total. Anything can happen here, but Tadpole has that drive-through, so if he does not serve it, that drive-through turns into a 20 or 30-second penalty. So Leo Lund does have the net lead at this moment. He just has to be careful. Meanwhile, TB, by the way, has both Mercedes behind him. They're back in this fight at this moment. Cookie down in 6th. Woo!
Yeah, this is going to be one last lap for the record books here in RPL. We're going to have a drag race off of the back stretches. Look at the Ferrari. It's flashing. It's below 10%. That Tadpole's absolutely murdered the battery. He's coming in the service drive-thru. It's Leo that leads over the fake TV. Can TV maybe put a challenge? This is the last lap of the Grand Prix. This is your last chance to be a hero. Go on, TV. Show us what you're made of.
TB has won at this track before. In fact, his first Tier 1 victory came at this track back in Season 7. He just has to hope for Leo to make a grave mistake and take the lead. DRS is active. Let's see what happens. Into turns 4 and 5. I'm on board with Josh. Ooh, a little slip from Josh as Leo starts to pull away. DRS is open for TB. As they head to the next chicane, TB is not close enough at this moment. He's not close at this present moment. Reese, by the way, up into 7th. And with all these penalties factored in, I think we'll see Reese up on 2nd for the podium as he goes down the inside against KBS in there, but he goes a little wide. KBS trying to fight back, but not good enough. Meanwhile, towards the front, this has been a wild run. It's like the Wild West here. Into the chicane for the final time. Can Leo Lund get it done? It's a drag race. Fight to the finish. Leo Lund is on top.
What a Grand Prix.
Reese
up to 2nd with the penalties. Kenko with a 3-second at the end of the Grand Prix. That's irrelevant because where he's finished. But it's a papaya day for Leo again. He strives in Canada over Reese, the 2 drivers who had the mentality of driving on the black stuff, pays off dividendly, and they had the pace all Grand Prix. 1-2, Leo Reese. Fake TV, have a bow for him.
Absolutely, TB putting that V-carb on the 3rd place. Fair dinkum stuff for him there. And the driver today gives it a cookie for starting basically dead last, and I didn't see where in the world he wound up finishing. But we'll take a look in just a couple of seconds as the podium celebration has started off. It is Leo Lund on top, Reese in 2nd, and TB up into 3rd. We'll have to maybe look and see if we could try to get a couple of these guys maybe in for a post-race interview, possibly. But yeah, the celebration's underway here. Leo Lund, fair crack to him to get the win, and Reese, fair credit to him. Despite that double stack, he gets himself into the points there. But yeah, there's your results here. Leo Lund on top, Reese in 2nd, TB 3rd, Josh 4, KBS in 5th, J&T 6th, Cookie has to settle for 7th, Cam in 8th, Ding in 9, and Zakaria in the Alpine rounds out the last points.
Yeah. Well, wow. And a disaster.
I think
disaster for Ferrari.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for driver today, there are multiple contenders. I mean, despite the penalties and stuff, Cookie starting practically dead last. He was trying to push for a win. That 10-second really screwed him up. Him to get 7th. Yeah, I mean, that's at the bottom of the pile for the contenders. Josh, that lap one, that mishap at the very start, what a very good recovery for him to finish in fourth. Reese messed up by that double stack in the final safety car, but still persevered, got himself into second. Fair credit to him on that. And then there's TB, another driver. I think it's also a fair credit as well. He put on a clinic with that V carb, and to bring it into third place, that is very, very solid for him. No doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he was racing the Ferraris all race of Gecko and Tadpole, and it wasn't like, oh, he's in a V car, he's in a slower car. No, that car and TB today was unlocked to be absolutely beautiful. He was up there from the very start of lap 1 all the way up. That time penalty will hurt him, but I mean, what a clinic from him to just put that car in positions that when a race like this happens where everyone just doesn't seem to like the tarmac, the faster track, it's paid dividends to him, very much so. And Leo, again, I think is a driver of the day candidate too, simply because everything he did was right. Every single thing he did. He was patient, he was smart, he was decisive. Everything he's done since the very start he's gotten in that McLaren has just been perfect.
Absolutely, and we got. I just asked if anyone if anyone of the top three wants to do an interview. TB says all right, so we'll get him in to hear some words from TB. We'll get a couple of questions in beforehand. Well, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna have to get Leo Lund in here. Let me figure it out here.
Oh man, what a race! Just beautiful.
Yeah, it was absolutely astonishing. Won't lie there.
Not only that, I think it's just a day of missed opportunity. I think, particularly more on Gecko's side of things, his race just that front wing damage when he had contact there with one of the Mercs. I think that's just what sedimented his day. Just kind of lost his head after that. Just penalty after penalty, mistake after mistake. And Tadpole obviously having some unfortunate things. The prancing horse is a Ferrari going into the next Grand Prix very much crippled on the back foot.
Absolutely, and we have our third place finisher, TB, here in the party with us. TB, very, very stellar on the tire management there, finishing it off to get himself into third. I have like a two-part question on it. How much were those hards before that final safety car, and how did you persevere having to deal with those soft tire drivers right at the end? Fair credit to you on that one. Lando, do you have any questions for TB?
Yeah, I think your pace was amazing all throughout the Grand Prix. Do you think, I mean, if in a coulda, shoulda, woulda, do you think, maybe if there wasn't so much Constantinia with that 6-car train, do you think you might have been able to hold on away from Leo Lund in that second stint before that safety car? Because it looked like it was going to be very close, and just the way Leo got through the traffic there seemed to determine the fate of the Grand Prix there. Yeah. positive race to say is an understatement. I mean, you were up there pretty much all Grand Prix, just a great pace from you, and your teammate, on the other hand, had a rather weird incident. But on your side of the garage, incredible job. To me, you're my driver of the day, only because, not because I'm part of the Red Bull Academy, but everything in that race was on top of Leo Lund, pretty much. You nailed your strategy, you nailed your pace, everything you did was perfect. So, my congratulations to you on a great Grand Prix.
All right, that is your third place. That's your third place finisher, TB. Finishing up in the third place. Well done to you, TB. You have a great night. All right. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna attempt to try to get Leo into trying to get him in for an interview. It's trying to figure out how we could get because he's on PC. We'll have to figure it out. Just have to give me a sec.
What a Grand Prix. Like I said, I think TV's race is driver of the day worthy. Yeah, he had a penalty, but everything he did, perfect. And I know I've clowned on Ferrari today, but Aston Martin also very disappointing day. In a day where they could have had some big points, they had Red Fire have a rather unfortunate crash, and Samuel had some interesting things happen to him. So I think the two teams that I think are losers of the day, if there is an award for that, goes to Ferrari and Aston Martin. I think Williams, again, no offense to them, they're kind of irrelevant. I don't really see them. J&T, I think J&T got points, so he's doing things for a kick. I think both Hasses had a decent day, all things considered, and Zakaria in the Alpine, fair play to him. But
yeah, very fair play to him as well. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how I'm gonna try to get Leo into here to get into a party on here. Trying to figure this part out. But while we're figuring it out, get some more info into here. We'll go over the races that are going on for next week. So for this coming Thursday, August 1st, Tier 3 will be racing around the Mexican Grand Prix circuit. And apparently, from what I heard, George and Red Bull could potentially secure both championships at that event. Tier 2 next Friday will be racing around the streets of Monaco.
yeah,
That will be very fun to see.
Oh, I love Monaco. Before we move into the Tier 1 race, let me just tell you that to every league, that if they're watching this, don't be babies. Run Monaco. Who the hell cares? It's Monaco. It is a great track. Yes, it might be boring, but who cares? It's Monaco. Just because there's gonna be a high rate of retirements, that's the driver's fault. They should learn how to drive, not the schedule's fault. You want to put the best drivers out there, you go to Monaco. So I'm very excited that Tier 2 and RPL are finally going to Monaco. The last time I went to Monaco in RPL, I got 4th or 5th in an Aston, so I have good luck around there.
Very good on that one. So then next Saturday for F2, earlier today, the F2 cars, they raced around COTA and down in Texas. They are going to be going to the next U.S. track. They will be racing around in Las Vegas next Saturday. That'll be interesting to say the least there. And then F1 next week will be in Spain. So we'll try to get that figured out. Let me try.
And I think every single one of those races are going to be absolute bangers. Mexico is a very underrated track, in my opinion, when it comes to racing. But it can also be really bad. Monaco is Monaco. Right. We'll let the racing do itself. Las Vegas in the F2 cars is going to be an absolute entertainment fest. Make sure you tune in to F2. Write that down. Make sure you do it. You will not be disappointed. Low downforce cars on a track where you don't really need downforce. Every driver that enters that race will have a chance to win. I guarantee it. You just gotta keep it. Don't Lando Norris it and slam a bump and blow up the car.
Yeah, fair credit on that one. So, I know it's not gonna be much on this one, but I got Leo in the general voice chat. Hopefully, I might be able to catch him for a response on this. So I will unmute so we can get to hear him on this one. So here we go. All right, so I got the winner of the Canadian Grand Prix here, Leo. So Leo, another win on your belt. You had the late safety car playing a little bit of a crazy factor on you. How did you manage to get around through this?
So the safety car kinda, I thought it was gonna destroy my race because it put me on use soft, and that is like 12%, and the new soft is like 3 to 4 times faster. But yeah, I managed to win anyway, so it does not matter.
And you did the regular gnome strategy of the medium to hard, while some of your compatriots went onto the hard to mediums. Was the starting on the softer set the better choice, or were they likely on the equal pace?
I don't actually want to start on the softer compound, but in this league it can happen a safety car very early, so most of the times it has fucked up my race, so that's why I'm starting on the softer compound.
Alright, so let's see if we can see if Lando will get a question in. Let's see. Well, let's hope Lando you can actually hear Lando. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, when you pitted onto the hard tires, you kind of got yourself in that situation where you got to just pass every single car, and throughout that, I think you saw that incident between one of the Alpines and the Visa RB and Williams. And we saw your battle with Reese going into that pit lane and throughout. So did you think that getting through those lap cars really kind of made the difference between you having to push really hard to gain the 12 seconds that you had to the front three, or in reality it wasn't really a lot of pressure for you to get by them?
Tyson, can you repeat?
Okay. So when you came out of the pits, obviously you were in that really hard battle with Reese, and during that battle with Reese,
the sound is not so good. I cannot hear.
Oh.
It likes
so
it disconnects and connects the sound. So
okay. So what Lando was asking was that oh shoot. Well, you had the battle with some of the slower cars during your pit stop, and then you had your fight with Reese going into the pit lane.
yeah.
So I don't know, what was the rest of it?
I was just wondering how crucial it was when those three cars collided that you get by them really quick, and do you think where you got them positioned where it made the difference between you playing offense and defense, or just playing offense?
Yeah, he was wondering if with a couple of the cars coming together and stuff, how crucial was it to you, and were you having to play offense and a bit of defense, or just straight offense?
Straight offense. Yeah. Just trying to get past as quickly as I can. And yeah, so if I could get past them quickly as I could get a gap, and the others could get stuck behind them. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Yeah, a bit of a screwy thing having to do it on my phone and hearing you guys hearing it on the headset. But that was the Grand Prix winner, Leo Lund. Leo Lund, thank you for coming in and enjoy the race win.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that, guys. It was a little. I know it sounded a bit choppy, possibly with that end, but I had to think of something on the fly. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah. But before we end this stream, Lando, any final thoughts?
Um, Once again, it seems like when I'm in the booth, crazy stuff happens. I might have jinxed about 6 drivers with penalties, but 2 on top was Leo and Reese. Other than that, make sure you tune in for next week's race. It's going to be a cracking job. And actually, just tune in for all the events. Just get there for Monaco. I promise you it will not be the Monaco Grand Prix that you think it's going to be. I see those people out there thinking it's going to be a wreck fest. Tune in for the essentially Formula NASCAR at Las Vegas with the F2 cars. And most importantly, be there to see my boy George Apt Williams claim both driver and constructor's title in Mexico City next week. It's going to be a great week.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a phenomenal week, no doubt about it. So that's going to conclude the stream for tonight. Lando, thank you for helping me out on this. So, ladies and gentlemen, from RPL Streams, Ty and I'm Wolf, Lando Norris, we say good night. Have a great one.
Woo!